Good afternoon, friends, and welcome to Rowena May Inspired. My name is Kelly, and if you're seeing that red live button up at the top, that means you're catching me live, and I hope you are, because I'm live today with Craft Around the Clock. Come on in and join me. I'm going to refresh my screen while my friends pop in so I can see what everyone's saying. Hello, hello, say hello when you pop on. I see some eyes. Just gotta get the computer working here. There we go. Hello there, Miss Jessica. How are you? You guys, we're gonna see how this one goes today. Come on in, join me, say hello. You know, the comments take forever. I started working on this project here. Hello, Miss Stephanie. How are you? I almost forgot your name for a second. I was like, Miss Stephanie. Come on in, friends. I'm experimenting here. I'm watching, but you're at Hobby Lobby. I went to Hobby Lobby today too. Hello, Miss Kathy. How are you? Yeah, I ran to Hobby Lobby at lunch. Got some Easter clearance. Woohoo, that's some good stuff. Hello, Miss Denise. Hello. Well, welcome, friends. As you can see, I'm working on our project here. I've been messing around with it, seeing if it's gonna work, because I almost stabbed, well, I did stab myself while I was trying to figure this out. There's like something on my phone, so I'm like, what? So it was on my arm. Hello, Miss Denise. So you guys, today we're going to, we're playing around with some pine cones out of my yard, okay? So I went out to the yard. Hello, Miss Gail, how are you? And you notified mother. I forgot to. I'm just too busy getting this figured out here because I was struggling. So Blake and I were cleaning up pine cones last night, and I've been wanting to do like to make some lilacs out of the pine cones. And my grandma Rowena always had a lilac tree. Pine cones can be dangerous. Well, it wasn't the pine cone. I was trying to put a skewer in the end of one, and it didn't work as well as it went right into my finger. I was like, so anyway, I've been messing around with a couple of them. So I took the pine cone, you can see, does it kind of look like a lilac? Now, these leaves that I'm putting on here are actually off some, lilacs was your second guess. These were leaves actually came off of actually lilacs that guys, I keep finding flowers. So like a cousin of mine, like a third cousin, something like that. It's a distant cousin. Her mother-in-law passed away and she had tons of flowers. So she contacted me and said, hey, you want to buy some flowers? I'm like, sure. So these were in there. So I was like, oh, I'll just snip these off, because apparently whoever made these said this is the kind of leaves that go with lilacs, right? Hello, Miss Dora. So, yeah. So I started, I've got paint everywhere. Probably my hair because I just itched my head. I started painting some, okay? So, because I knew this was going to take me a minute. Like a lot of minutes. So I started using English lavender from Folk Art. But really, English lavender is really it's chalk paint, but it's really dull and kind of not pretty. So then I have this, you love the color? So that one I just showed you, this one right here, this has some perfect purple Folk Art. This is a gloss paint. So I'm finding that the glosses work a little better. So we've got this really like dark purple that looks like this right there. And then this is that, you can see it's almost like a gray. That English lavender is almost kind of grayish looking. Hello, mother. Wait, where did you get those great pine cones? My husband says the front yard. Yes, the front yard. A lot of them went into the trash, but he helped me pluck some down. No, wait a minute. Maybe that wasn't it. No, this is purple pansy. This is apple barrel matte purple pansy. And then I do have, I don't think I've used perfect purple yet. And then I have a light lavender, satin light lavender, which is this right here. So you have some, you know, can you tell that's different? What I started to do, let me just get one here and show you what I started to do. I'll go over with this because this one's really blah, okay, blah. So I just took some of the colors, put it together, and when I first was using this, I decided to add some purple, and then I kind of mixed them all together, and then I added it in here. It kind of gave it like almost like a ombre. You like that term, ombre. You love lilacs and lavender. Hello, Miss Barb. So yeah, I think the gloss is really helping us. So when you add a little bit of the dark purple, it really is pretty. It's a lot prettier than this. So you've got like 3-tone pine cones going on here, 3 tones. So I had found this, there was no like recognition that I could give to whoever, because it was just like a picture. You know how sometimes people just post pictures and then, you know, you try to look and see just to try to get ideas of how they did things. And sometimes you don't get that information. So I was just winging it. I'm like, okay, well, it's a pine cone and it's you know, figure it out from there. You haven't seen that kind of in Florida. You haven't seen that kind of pine cone before. You haven't seen this kind of pine cone before? I don't know what kind of tree this is. It may be a Michigan native. I don't know. I don't know. It's probably a white pine. I think that's probably our tree up here, the white pine. Yep, I'm in Michigan, so could be a white pine. I don't know. But it's a messy one because they had a bunch of them all over the ground, so we were picking them up. Actually, some of these my husband plucked off the tree. So I wanted some longer ones. There was a lot of small ones, plus I picked up a lot of them. All right, so that one's pretty good. Now that you can see that the end color, like right there, you can see it's a little bit light. Let's pretty that up. Basically, the sideways, you can see how pretty they are. It's not a white pine. Okay, well, Mr. Ranger Rick outside, he must know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought I painted more than that. Holy moly. So we're going to get at least 6 done here, and then I'm going to, ooh, gross. Hold on. That was kind of gross. It's kind of like a little butt, icky. Maybe I have your daughter. Yeah. So anyway, just taking some paint here and painting our pine cones. So did everybody have a good Monday? The dogs have loved it. It's beautiful here today. Windows are open. Dogs are flying in and out of the door like it's a game. Our neighbors kind of back over here are putting a new roof on, so, you know, there's a lot of commotion. So they stand over in the corner and just kind of stare like they can hear them. Hello, Miss Danny. You like this color? They do look like lilacs, don't they? I hope when we get them all in here that they look good. Because the trouble I had when I was, you know, trying to do a little bit of logistical work here on these is that I used my drill to drill in. Some of those first ones I drilled in with the drill to put the skewer down the center. Those pine cones are very hard. And it doesn't want to go down the center, it wants to go down the side and come out the side. So that one I was just fiddling with, I just ended up gluing it to the side of the pine cone. Hello, Miss Leona. So, I mean, long term, I don't know. So, I know somebody's thinking in their heads, I know it because I've crafted with pine cones before, and everybody's like, did you put them in the oven? Yes. So I brought them in the house because my husband's like, there's going to be sap all over them. And there were sap. The ones that were on the tree still had some, like, it was like pretty much dried sap, but it was still sappy. I took those and I scrubbed them with my Scrub Daddy. I scrubbed them and then I put them in the oven. I put them on 350 and you're probably like, wow, that's really high. But I only did it for like, probably like 7 minutes. And then I was just like, okay, they're dried. Because, you know, they were all wet and I wanted to dry them, but I wanted to get any bugs out. And there were a couple little critters that came crawling out when I was scrubbing them. So I asked my husband, I said, do you think the bugs will be gone after, you know, being on 350 for like 7 minutes? He was like, well, I don't know. They just withstood, you know, pretty cold winter weather. So I'm like, I don't know. So if a bug crawls out, so be it, right? A bug crawls out. All right, so let's go ahead and dry this. So let's see, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Stop, I do have 7 done. All right, so we'll just, 4 of them are on the stick and 3 of them aren't. So we gotta put some, work is so rude. I know, right? So rude. So rude. So we'll dry this up. So this paint is, this dark purple paint is both, I think it's both of them are gloss. Satin gloss. This one is matte. And yeah, and chalk paint. So we've got a different, all kinds of differentness going on here. Differentness. Okay, so I just grabbed some skewers. These are the little skewers you can get at Dollar Tree, the bamboo skewers. And like I said, I tried to drill in, and then, you know, a lot of it, I mean, it's all over the floor. I had to sweep it up a little bit, but I'm going to just take this one. I'm going to put it right here. Now, it's going to take me a second to get this to work. You put yours in the oven one time after they never saw any bugs. I would think that the bugs would have not made it through. I didn't see any bugs like laying on the you know, laying on the piece of parchment or anything, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if anything comes lingering out. Okay, so I'm just gonna hold this on here for a second, and I'll play some Jeopardy music. Da, da, da. No, I'm just kidding. Ooh, that glue's hot, even through my little finger protector. Because I'm holding pretty good, because I want it to stay on there. So I might have to put a little bit more, see it's sliding. I'll put a little more on top. Put a little more on top. Oh, goodness. So yeah, ideally I would have loved to have these be able to go up through the middle. But because they were going all wonky, crooked, and kind of just making a mess. If anybody knows a better way, gosh darn, that glue is hot. Oh, here, let's do it this way. Whew. That is hot. The one I did before, it worked pretty good. So you can't really see that this, I mean, it kind of looks like it's offset a little bit, but I don't think you can really tell that. I mean, when they go in the thing, you know, the lilacs go all different directions, so it's not like they have to be straight up in the air. Now is that gonna stay? The one stayed. Now this one's being a get on the camera and gets it all crazy. Gets all crazy. That's why I did like 4 of them ahead of time, because I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get these to stay on there. But most of these up here are already are the ones that I drilled in. So, but keeping these different colors are really pretty. The dark. Now I think Mom can correct me. Mother can correct me. I think my grandma's tree had like some darker and lighter colored on the same one. Now there are like white ones. There's white lilacs too. I don't know. Is there pink lilacs? I don't know. All right, so it's gonna stay pretty good. See, it looks kind of dorky, but we're gonna take our little leaves off the actual the actual faux lilac here, and we're gonna just put it right on it, and so you won't see that stick. Just stick it right on there. Hold it on there for a second. And you cover up your redneck ingenuity. You just cover it on up and all is well. So I have no idea where these flowers came from. Your lilacs are different shades. On the same tree, on the bush, lilac bush, tree, bush, whatever. We had a lilac bush at our old house, so I told my husband, I said, we should plant another one. We saw some, like, you know, little starter plants, so I think that would be cool. Let's see if that's gonna stay on there. All right, I want to do one more. 3 seems to be a good number, like it kind of covers all the way around it. And the barking crew is at it. The barking crew is in alert. Or in a they're under attack up there. Hello, Miss Nancy from Minnesota. How are you today? Hope everybody's having a good day. Everybody's weather good today. I'm loving this. Okay, so see, look, when you get it all on there, you don't see. I'm hoping that when we get these in the container that I'm going to put them in, I'm hoping you won't see the skewer part. I'm hoping. If anything, I might have to like go back and do some, I don't know, painting on. Oh, it didn't stay, you guys. It just fell down. Oh, how tragic. How tragic. So we're gonna see what we can do here. We might just move on. I might just move on to the container that we're gonna, because I gotta paint my container that we're gonna put these in, and then just kind of put the leaves. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This would be 6. Yeah. So actually, if I get the other 2 done, there'd be 8. It's beautiful there. Get them, Barky. I know, Barky McBarkerson. Or Big McBarkerton. Okay, I got it back on there. Let me just, instead of sticking it up, let me just lay it down over here, and maybe it'll dry as if it just lays there and not sitting straight up. Okay, go to the side for a minute. So getting this purple nightmare mess out of here, let's go over to our container we're going to put this in. So this container, I call it a container. It's a vase. It's not a container, it's a vase. Came from, I think it came from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to make it look like hobnail, like milk glass. Because if you can see it, so you see it's white already. So that is just a coat of Slick Stick, okay? Dixie Belle Slick Stick. So when you have something like that's kind of hard to paint, and glass can be, you know, slippery to paint on. So you put this coat of Slick Stick on there. Kind of, it looks, you know, it's all wonky. Some of it's thicker, some of it didn't get on there. I just did, you know. But I think it looks like it's going to be a good faux milk glass look. So we're going to use Snow White on here. Snow White. Waverly Snow White. We're going to paint this up and it'll be pretty. Be pretty. So I don't think, Mother, I don't think she has a lilac bush. I could be wrong. Wait, maybe she does. She'll have to tell us. I can't remember. Maybe on the corner. She has like a magnolia. She has all kinds of different ones, but I'm not sure. I didn't know if she had one, a lilac or not. We always used to go down and pick the lilacs off my grandma's bush, and it's now that's my cousin's house now, so I guess she still could. she could still go down and pick them if she wanted to. So the Slick Stick is very nice because it just gives you a layer of something, so it doesn't the paint doesn't just move around. And I have some foam in here already. I stuffed it in there, so I just stuck my fingers in it. Looks like the ends of my fingers now have foam in them. Lovely. So, like I said, at lunch today, I did go to Hobby Lobby. I wanted to get some paint. Do they ever have paint on sale at Hobby Lobby? I mean, like, okay, let me rephrase. Hello, Miss Pat. Not like the little bottles, like, you know, these size bottles. I know they'll have those. But what about the chalk paint? Do they ever have chalk paint on sale? Because I've never seen the chalk paint that they carry, like the folk art, the home decor paint. Do they ever put that on sale? Or is it just one of those things that you'll never find on sale? I'm just curious if anybody knows that. I'm splotching this on here a little bit. Over the little... You haven't been to Hobby Lobby for... Well, as I went in today, I looked for our favorite cashier. I say ours, because, you know, you guys are along for the ride with me. And she wasn't there. I couldn't remember her name. Does anybody remember her name? Did I ever tell you her name? I can't remember. I probably didn't, because I didn't want you guys calling and wanting to talk to her. But she wasn't there. Never seen chalk paint on sale there. Yeah, I didn't think so either. I didn't think so either. Ooh, they got a little thick right there. Okay. But she wasn't there. So I don't know. Maybe she has Mondays off. Okay. Give her the benefit, because I haven't seen her there. I think she got fired. I think my letter to corporate got through to them. Just kidding, you guys. I didn't do that. I didn't do that. Just let her be the way she wants to be. But yeah, the last couple times I've been in there, she's not there. So I don't know. Like, she was always there. And now she's not. All right, I'm going to dry this. I can't remember what her name was. I'm going to dry it. Let's see what we have here. We got your back, even though you are crazy. I know, right? That isn't the truth. It's the name, Crazy Kelly, because I work with a girl whose name is Kelly. She's the one I'm traveling with to San Antonio. So the Crazy Kellys are traveling together. That'll be a hoot. All right. Yes, I'm pretty sure this came from this came from Dollar Tree. This vase. There's still some little spots I need to touch up on it, but I'm going to dry it first and see how it looks. She's probably opening a new store. Oops, I hit it. Oopsies. I don't know. She's just something else. Just customer service anymore. It's just, we talked about this before. It's just not. It's very lacking. It's very lacking. Oops. Knock things over. So as I was sitting down here watching some of my, man, I really burped it there. Creepers. As I was sitting down here watching some of my, trashy reality TV shows, there was a commercial on for Mama June. You guys remember Mama June? Mother will love to hear this. She really likes Mama June. She's gonna disown me. Mama June's coming back in June. Wasn't that I think it was June, it wasn't July. Maybe it was July. I don't know. Shoot. Oh, Mama June, she's something. She was something. All right, hold on. There's this big hole. There we go. There we go. Naked and Afraid was a rerun. What the heck? Oh. We had it on Naked and Afraid yesterday. Blake, when I came up from crafting last night, Blake was watching it, and he said, the gal who was just on this episode with this guy, he called her a Barbie doll or something, and he's like, you want me to rewind it and show you? I said, no. And he said the guy that was, she didn't last, but the guy, when he was getting ready to leave, he was like, my wife's probably not going to be very happy when she sees the episode run, when she sees who I was naked and afraid with for, what is it, 21 days or something. Well, what can you do? All right, so we got a pretty good coat on here. I could probably touch it up a little bit more, but I'm not gonna worry about it right now. So we got our little vase all painted. Guess what time is it? Check our time. 4:23. Oh yeah, because we gotta get moving along here. Okay, so I do have some foam in here, but what do I do with the rest of the foam? Oh, here it is. Fell on the floor. I had to put a little bit more foam down in here. Let me see. I never have anything to cut it with. Isn't it weird which shows, like, you look to see, like, there's certain shows I watch every week, and I go to look to see where there's a new one on this week, and there wasn't. It's like I watched CSI Vegas, and there hasn't been a new episode for that show in, like, weeks. I'm like, are they done? Is it over? I don't know. Okay, so We know this one's too long, so we need to clip it down. Clip it down a little bit. Well, let's just stick it in here. Let's see. I was hoping that it would get right about to the edge, so I don't have to. There, that's not too bad. Check that out. Now let's see. I've got another one with the. This one's already cut down. I already cut this one down. All right, that's kind of cool. Oh, you know what I did want to do before I put those in there? We don't have to do all of them. I thought it would be kind of cool to put some, whoops. Did you see that? Whoops. Some diamond dust on them. So it'd be kind of cool if they curved a little bit more to look a little bit more like, you know, the lilacs curve. I mean, well, these kind of like go to the side a little bit, but let me grab some diamond dust here. It's right here. Just a second. Let me grab it. It's just right here. Now, of course, what do I have to put it on? Something to put it on. That clearly had cinnamon on it, but we're going to figure it out. Clearly cinnamon, but we're going to put this on here so we can diamond dust a little bit onto these. Like, let's just do, here's one that doesn't, so these were the first one, okay? So you can see I actually got the skewer in there, but yeah, it didn't last long, and then I was poking my hand. I think I did 3 of them, and I was like, oh, the third one got me, and I was like, okay, we're not doing that anymore. Okay, so let me get a brush. We put a little of the faux podge on here. We're just gonna, this should be really pretty. Put a little just on the ends here. Doing a little diamond dusting on the lilacs. That should be really pretty. Well, thank you for sprinkling, Anita. Oops. Oh yeah, that'll be pretty. Look at that, you guys. Can you see the sparkly? I don't know how well. Can you see the sparkly on it? There you go. There you can see it. All right, so we've got to put some leaves on this one. Got to put some leaves. I got a lot going on right here right now. I feel like I'm crafting like this. Just crafting in a little tiny space right here. And you like it, Miss Lori? Well, thank you. Okay. I have to figure out what to do with those other lilacs. I was going to say the real ones. The real ones. This is really simple craft, you guys. Just, if you have a pine tree in your yard, just go out and pick up some of your pine cones. Make sure you clean them. Get rid of the bugs. Whoops. Get rid of your bugs before they come in the house. I think I only need 2 on this one. Ouch. That hurt. That was not funny. Okay, let me see. This one, maybe we can go right up in the middle with this one. Let's see. A little too long. Hold on. Just cut a little bit off at a time here. Oh, I just stuck that in there. Now look. Is that looking pretty? I just can't see it. Somebody's calling. I had a phone call this morning. I don't answer phone calls that I don't recognize, and a lot of times they're, you know, they're like telemarketers. But this morning, my phone rang, and then all of a sudden it said you had a voicemail, and I was like, "Who was that?" So I listened to the voicemail, and it said, "This is mosquito." What was it? Mosquito. I gotta set those over there because they're in the light. Hold on. Mosquito Squad or something like that. This is Mosquito Squad. We're 10 minutes from your house. Just letting you know. I'm like, I called my husband at work. I was like, "You have some Mosquito Squad coming here?" And he was like, "No." He's like, "Give me the number. I'll call him." And I said, "Okay." So then, which I thought he did, which he did, but then the people called back like right after that, and it was so I answered it, and I'm like, "You have the wrong number." He was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like Like, I think he thought, well, maybe he dialed the wrong one the first time, so he was just going to try again. It's like, no, you still have the wrong number. So, Mosquito Squad wasn't coming here. Apparently, this company was out of Benton Harbor, which is way over on the west side of Michigan, and they were kind of going over into the Kalamazoo area, which is still like, you know, a half hour or so from here. So I'm like, no, you weren't even coming to Battle Creek. I don't know. It's that stellar customer service. You like this, Miss Karen? They're turning out really. I think the Diamond Dust is really making it really pretty. Really pretty. I like it. I really do. It's very pretty. You can see it on there. Super pretty. And these are covering just good. Well, I say that and then it wants to slide off there. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just trying to cover the edge. So when we stick it in here, kind of try to get them. So here's what we have so far. So we got a little bit of lighter color one here, and then this is a little bit darker. So I still want to make sure I don't see. Okay, set those over there. We've got another darker one right here. We've got another lighter one. He was another one that made the cut with getting the stick in there. He needs a little bit of, he's kind of that one that has the English lavender chalk paint, and he's really kind of blah. So he needs to be zhuzhed up here. He needs to be prettied. Pretty him up with some Diamond Dust. Make him pretty. There we go. Let's give him some leaves. So tomorrow we have lacrosse. So if it's another beautiful day, it'll be lovely to sit out and watch lacrosse. Does anybody ever watch lacrosse? It's like, oh, baby's breath. I have some flowers down there. I probably could add something in there. Lacrosse is kind of like soccer with a stick. Soccer or football with a stick. I mean, half the time I'm like, what did they do? Why did they blow the whistle? I don't know. It's just... And if I played lacrosse, I'd be like, wacha! You hit him with a stick and then you're in trouble. So maybe it's kind of like hockey as well. I don't know. There's a lot of rules, and you get the whistle's always blowing and blah, blah, blah. Like, just let them play. What did I just knock off? Like I said, I know nothing about it, so. You never watched it? All right, I think this one in the front needs some. He's right in the front. He's like, he needs some Diamond Dust on him. He's right there in the smack dab front. And he's small. He's mighty. We need to put some of that on here. Yeah, it's interesting. He's played lacrosse since I've met my husband, like when we were still dating. So we watched him play lacrosse for, I don't know, 5 years. How's that looking, you guys? So how many do I have in there? 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought I had 8. Oh yeah, I do. Okay, let me do, how are we doing for time? We got, let me do this one. Let me put the skewer on it. And then if I need, I'll probably end up, after I'm done with the live, I'll end up doing that last one because there's 8 of them. I don't think it's going to matter the number on these, but I've got them painted, so I might as well put them in there. Right? We'll see if we have time. But I'm going to put a bow or something right around the top there, and then I do have some white flowers over there. It's kind of like baby's breath. I got a bunch of baby's breath from my daughter-in-law from their wedding, but it's blue. I say, you know, like baby's breath is usually white, but it's like blue, but it looks just like they had a boatload of the real baby's breath for that wedding. Oh my gosh. I don't even know how much money they spent on that. It was everywhere. It was everywhere. I mean, it's beautiful. And it's so simple, but it was everywhere. Just, we had to find spots to put it because they had so much of it. So, anyway, that was that. But it was really pretty. Very, very pretty and elegant. Where'd my finger go? Finger, where are you? So. Sorry, it's kind of ho-hummy. I'm like, glue, please set up. But yeah, since I was just on last night, I don't have any more stories to tell you, really. I mean, I behaved myself when I went to the Hobby Lobby. Whoops, we're falling off again. Yeah, I didn't do anything. I just behaved myself. I went on my lunch. I couldn't get into any ruckus. My husband wasn't there for my backup or whatever he's calling himself, and he just lollygagged into the car. It's just did my thing, came back. The dogs are so funny when I go somewhere. The routine is, whoops, of course it's gonna stick. The routine is when it's time to go, they see me put my coat on, and Espen, she runs right to her crate, like, because she knows she's gonna get a treat, because they always get just a little treat to get in their crate. And Gabby, you know, she's our blind black lab, she just stands there because she's not crated. But she knows I'm going to put a treat in her dog dish, because the only way she can really, like, get her treat without, I mean, anyone else getting her treat is to put it in her dog dish. So she stands there, and she knows where her dog dish is at, so she just stands there and waits for her to hear it go clink into the dog dish, and then she devours it. Like, so we have quite a process with the three of them. And I was only gone, like, less than 20 minutes. My lunch is only a half hour, so it's a good thing. This one's all gluey and wonky. So yeah, but they think I've been gone forever because I come home and they're like, Mom, you're home. You've left us. You were gone so long. Stupid dogs. All right, that's anything but pretty back there. We'll just trim it off. Oops. And we'll put some right here at the end. We'll put some diamond dust on it. They are comical. They went from this morning, I'm trying to work, right? And they went from running around. Let's see. No, Edna, she's an instigator. Now, my husband's probably listening. He's like, I've told you that. She's always just like, she's running around. She's looking for a bone. She's fighting with her sister. She's wanting to go outside, ringing the bell, because she's the bell ringer, right? She rings the bell, okay? All right, you guys, look how pretty that is. I guess that's the front. What do you think? Should that be the front right there? The front? All right, let me get this diamond dust put back in this container before I have it all everywhere. All right, let me get rid of that. Don't ever try to scoot your diamond dust with your hand, because you'll be feeling that. Okay, so let me grab some. We got 6 minutes. I think 6 minutes. Let me cover that up. Let me just slide over here and grab these white flowers. Maybe we can stick these in here. Maybe they would look cute. Hold on just a second. Just scooting on over here. I got a couple of varieties right here. A couple of varieties. So I've got some of these, which is like I would call it kind of like, then I've got some of this. I don't have a whole lot of that. That's kind of like baby's breath, isn't it? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? I mean, it's a little, let's just try to stick it in a little bit. See. Oh, that might look cute. Look. Does that look cute, you guys? Cute, like, does it look good? Just filling it in a little bit there. Oops, I'm hitting. What am I hitting? Trimming some of that off there. You know what I realized I didn't ever do is, you know, my my yardstick board up in the dining room, I never did anything for Easter, and it still got the shamrock from. I'm behind, you guys. St. Patrick's Day came really quick with. Oh shoot, I'm a hot mess. All right, how's that look? Does that look all right? Kind of in between. Purple and white, fight, fight. Those are our school colors where I went to high school. Whoops. All right, let me see if I can get, it does make a good filler, doesn't it? That was a good idea. Put some white flowers in there. So I got the one left. I'll probably shove that in there when we're done, just because, like, what am I going to do with one purple pine cone, right? I probably put it over here and maybe make it a little, but I like that. I think that's really pretty. Okay, so I grabbed, well, I didn't really grab anything. I just grabbed my box of, this is such a pretty, I love that. It's pretty lace. Maybe I can just make a bow with that. Let me see. Let's see. We got 5 minutes. How would that look? Just looking at this. This is from Hobby Lobby. You guys like that? I don't know if I can make a bow or not. I guess I would make like a big old, where's my bow dabber? I don't think I can make a bow anymore without this thing. I've been doing it for so long. I don't think I can make a bow anymore. I'm bow challenged. Okay. And this is the mini bow dabber, so really, ideally, you probably want the big one for a big bow like this. Like, I'm just gonna do like once on each side, but I mean, as far as, because it's really thick. But what didn't I do? Is anybody screaming at me? It's, Miss Donna, it's not, it's a faux version. It's a faux milk glass. It's actually from Dollar Tree, and I made it look like it. Scissors would be helpful. Yes, I made it look like that. I need to do like, I think Monique from Grace and Tattered Lace, I think her bow dabber has a little thing that says string. I think hers is the one that has that. She's really onto something there. Because you need that reminder. Because you forget. All right, back to this. Yes, Mother collects milk glass, and I have a few pieces myself, so I thought it would be perfect. I've done some others before, but I actually, this is the first time I think I've done one with actually something that has little, like a little hobnail look to it. Before I made something that I actually put little dots on and then painted over it to make it look like that. So, all right, so let me take this again. I'm gonna just wrap it around it. Let's see if I can wrap it around where I want it. I put a little glue back here. I'm just gonna put this underneath it. So it's like, looks like it's wrapping all the way around. Maybe I should put it this way and put that in the front. Let's see if that'll lay right. I don't think that's gonna lay right. Okay, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. We only have 2 minutes anyway. So we're gonna snip this off and trim this. I was like, what is this? This is this is way over there. Way over there. Trim these ends. We'll dovetail the ends of our bow. Hopefully it's pretty close to the same length. Where was the front? I'm going to do the front right there. Put a little bit of hot glue on here. Hopefully it will stay. If I had more time, maybe I would just put a little stick and kind of stick it in there like a little floral arrangement. Purple button in the center. I thought about that. I think I probably will grab a purple button. That would be pretty, wouldn't it, Miss Lynn? That would be really pretty. And I'm going to add my purple. All right, guys, I'm going to turn this around. We got 1 minute before my time is up. But yes, purple. Or I might move that down a little bit. I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it too big? Are my loops too big? What do you guys think? Is it too big for the... It looks pretty in my opinion, but does it look too big? What do you think? Because I can make it smaller. Thank you, Miss Susan. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you enjoyed this craft. And if you're watching from Craft Around the Clock, make sure you refresh your screen because the next crafter's on now. Thank you so much, Miss Pauline. You guys have a great night. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I think I'll be back on Thursday. I'll be back on Thursday night, I think 7 p.m. So you guys have a great night. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.